Hey guys, I'm KelseynMcdonald and I'm here for the weekly Exposed update. I'm the host producer of Exposed, and this is Retta, the other producer, cinematographer, all the extraordinary stuff she does.
I'm also the co-host of our future show, KRTV, so be looking out for that.
We'll be launching that sometime in 2015. And so today we are going to talk about our recent Exposed interviews. So our recent interviews, last week we had a big week, the week before.
It was amazing.
We did
a lot of stuff. We went to Nashville 3 times. We did
Mayday Parade's tour with Tonight Alive, Major League, and Paris. Then we did Sleeping with Siren and Pierce the Bell's tour when they were with Beartooth and This Wildlife, which we got some really good interviews there. And then Saturday we went back to Nashville for Aaron Carter,
which was basically like our 6-year-old dream.
Yes, I remember being 8 and being obsessed with him and in love with him, and so we got to interview him, which was really cool.
Really awesome.
It was a really fun experience, a good interview. So we'll be putting that one out pretty soon. So we can also talk about the interviews that we have just recently released. Paris, our interview with the people who were touring with Mayday Parade, went out last night, so you can go look up that. It's on our Facebook, it's on our YouTubes, and also the week before Mayday Parade went out.
Oh, Mayday Parade is like one of my favorite bands. Middle school me would have peed my pants if I had known I would get to meet Derek from Mayday Parade.
Yeah, the interview turned out really well. We got to do it in the green room at the Cannery Ballroom, which is where they were playing, and so it all turned out rather well, I'd say.
Very, very well.
And to update you on interviews that will be released coming up pretty soon, this week we are working on This Wildlife, the opener for Sleeping with Sirens and Pierce the Bell, and then the next week Aaron Carter will follow that, so you can expect to see that interview. And just so you're excited about seeing that interview, if you ever had even the slightest crush on Aaron Carter, which, okay, let's be honest, you can say you didn't, but every female in the United States of America at some point in their life had a crush on him. Well, he might have
Let's clear it up. Every 90s kid.
Every 90s kid had a crush on him. Yeah. 90s kid, early 2000s, you had a crush on him. But he might have just given out his phone number in our interview. And so that you can text him, call him. But if you do, make sure you send him the hashtag Exposed, KelseynMcdonald, and Retta Bonner, so he knows where you got the number.
Yeah, that'd be, I mean, can you imagine having Aaron Carter's phone number?
He gave it out and said you could use it, so if you want to use it, go for it, but make sure you use our hashtags so he knows where you got the number from. Yeah. And so our other projects that we are looking up, we are planning a trip to Atlanta the first week in December.
Yes.
So we're not going to say who we're interviewing yet. We're still kind of looking at who we're going to do. A lot of different options there.
Yeah, we're looking into like doing some local musicians too around Huntsville. We're trying to build up our following, which you guys can help with that. If you share our
interviews, like our pages. And also, if you ever want to be on the show, you can email us. You know the email?
Exposedwebshow@gmail.com.
Or you can email me personally at KelseynMcdonald@gmail.com, or you can email her at BonnerRetta@yahoo.com if you'd rather speak with one of us individually. We also have Facebook fan pages that you can go and look up, message us. And if you've watched our interviews, you know about our question box.
Oh, yeah.
If you've ever had a question that you would like to ask a band or artist that we are interviewing, feel free to send that to us, and we will have it put in the box and people can draw from it. And that's actually what we're going to end our update with today.
However, if you want to send us those questions, make sure you email the Exposed email, because if you email me or Kelsey individually about the question box, we're not going to look at that. I'm going to be quite honest with you.
I will look at it, so if you email me, I will look at it, but send your request to our Exposed email.
Yeah, but I'm an asshole, so I won't. Yeah, that's basically how it works. If it's just a list of questions, I'm going to be like, gone. But if it's really interesting subject, I'll totally look at it.
So now that we've updated you on what we're doing recently, we are now going to move to one of our favorite parts of our interviews. If you watch it, you know that we have people submit questions when we interview the bands. We start off with our serious questions, and then we move to our fan box. They'll draw from it, they'll read it, and then whatever they get, they have to answer. And so we've seen it done a million times.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but every single time I watch an interview and I hear the questions, I always think, what would my answer be?
Yeah.
I wonder what I would say. So we are going to, on this episode, do the question box ourselves. We're going to draw them. We're going to read them out loud. We are going to answer every single one in here. So
all of them.
Let's get get
all
started.
of them.
Okay, you go first.
Oh God. Okay. If you weren't a musician, what would you be and why? All right, this is a good question for me because I actually am a musician and I write music, but I actually just write it for myself, so you will never hear it. Ever. If you weren't a musician, what would you be and why? Well, I have no idea. I have no idea what I want to be in the first place, so this is really a terrible question for me.
What song do you want playing at your funeral? I kind of want to go with a really good 90s song that I loved when I was a kid. We're going to go I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys.
That's really more, like... You want it that way?
I want it that way.
My funeral's
Tell
gonna...
me why it ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why.
I don't know the
fun
word.
that would be.
Yeah, well, your funeral's gonna be fun. I'm wearing white to your funeral, by the way.
Do it. I don't want people to wear black. I want them to wear like red, hot pink.
I want bubbles to be blown at my funeral. Like, if somebody stands there in a Grim Reaper costume and blows bubbles at my funeral, I will love you forever. Just saying.
Okay, so thank you so much for watching our Exposed Weekly Update for the week of November 23rd. And make sure you check back to all of our Facebook pages and our YouTube to see any of our recent interviews and to look for the Aaron Carter and this wildlife interview coming up soon. We'll also have a few hockey interviews. We'll have UAH College Hockey and Havoc Hockey from the Southern Professional Hockey League. So thanks again for watching and check out all of our videos. And make sure if you want to have a question in the question box or you want to suggest someone for us to interview, that you email us at exposedwebshow@gmail.com.
If that's incorrect, we'll put the correct one in little wordies at the bottom of this. Yeah, that'll be good.
Thanks, guys. I'm Kelsey McDonald, the host and producer, and this is Retta Bonner, the producer and cinematographer. Thanks again.
And happy Thanksgiving!
I thought that went really good.
Yeah.